Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Johnny Concert Podcast. I'm Johnny Concert. My main man, Ledbelly. Ledbelly! With me right here. And we're coming at you from Alley Studios. My main man, Dave Fox, in Denver, Colorado. And we're going to talk about covers versus originals tonight. So, start right off with All Along the Watchtower. I mean, a lot of people didn't even know that was a cover because Hendrix does it so well. And it was originally written by Bob Dylan, of course. And so that's, covers versus originals. Covers. How do you know when to do a cover? How often do you change the cover? How much do you alter the original song? Are there covers that are better than originals, or is the original always better? I think All Along the Watchtower. I know All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix is better than Bob Dylan's, and I have seen Bob Dylan play it live, electric, one time. It was a concert with Fiddler's Green with Bob Dylan and Carlos Santana. Both got a main headlining set. Bob Dylan went first, and Carlos's set was a little longer, but they were both co-headliners basically. And Bob Dylan played All Along the Watchtower electric. It was quite good, but nothing like how old Mr. Hendrix could do it. So that's a good one right there. But so what gives people the right to do a cover? Do you have to be able to do it justice, I would think, or you wouldn't even attempt it. Like if you do something super technical, like you don't just do a Dream Theater cover and then flub 50 things on it, Yeah, so how do you just,
there's so many aspects of the question there, because they're just starting from where you started. Bob Dylan had jillion songs.
Yeah.
And there's the one that he picked. Of course,
that's a technical term, jillion.
I don't know if I love
he did, though.
I'm sorry, controversy. We'll have a.
He's still around, I think.
There's a. Well, I love that every time you bring that topic up, there's another, lyric that could come up or something, because he had so many records and was amazing lyricist, but.
I think he might
Hendrix
be
took up on it, and he made one of the most iconic, what we're getting
songs
at right now. It's a cover song.
But it's just legendary. The way he does it is just magical.
So, the reason for that, he was, obviously the lyrical content has a lot to do with it, but...
Well, Hendrix would have thought a lot of Bob Dylan. He was like a tribute almost when he did that song.
Exactly. Obviously, he could probably done 10 of them that would have done just as well, but... You never know.
That one just, it has great imagery to that song. And it's a hell of a song in general. But the way Hendrix does it is just wow. You picture the castle. Two riders were approaching. You picture the riders riding up to the castle, and you just picture it. You picture the whole scene. It's just. It's very cool.
He re-envisioned the song. He rearranged the song, and now that's what we all associate the song with, his version. Even though it has been done by several artists, but
I promise there's a lot of people who never heard the Bob Dylan version.
Exactly, the Bob Dylan version is a little more obscure. And,
it's still good. It's damn good, but
I think it is the point that I would like to, the tangent, if you will, that we go on today, is there are so many artists that have used that formula of finding the great song that they want, basically their song they jam with in the garage, I reckon.
Right. Mostly it's a tribute, it's like, this is our heroes, so they're playing homage, but.
Oh, yeah. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that people have made careers of it that have developed their ability to redevelop a song or rearrange a song. So
who's crazy? Who's the singer? Crazy for
Patsy Cline.
Patsy Cline made an institution out of copying. That's a Willie Nelson song.
Yeah, exactly.
But Patsy Cline made an institution out of doing covers. She turned that song into an institution.
Well, sure. It was the formula at that era too. Is there were songwriters that would write songs to become. They had their niche because they were great at songwriting.
Well, that's true too. I think
pick up on it.
I think Jackson Browne wrote a couple of the Eagles songs, and he wrote the song, and he said. The whole time he was writing it, just said, this is a song that the Eagles should play. And so I think it was Take It Easy. and there's a couple others, and some songwriters just write a song and they say, this is a great song, but it's not really my song. It should be who should be singing this is so and so. And then they give them the song. Used to happen a lot before.
Well, that was the formula for the record companies for decades, I think, because nobody actually had their own songs.
Well, you think
until the Beatles.
Oh yeah, Frank Sinatra, Johnny Mathis has albums where he didn't write one of the songs, not one song on the album he wrote. But they're fantastic albums, and you almost don't think of them as cover songs when he does that. Elvis never wrote songs.
He became famous doing his own.
That's right.
Reinterpreting.
You're right.
What he heard and
Frank Sinatra. Most of his songs, he sang other people's songs. All those guys did.
So now we got. Luckily, I don't know if we're going there. The tributes go astoundingly successful in town here.
Yeah, tribute bands everywhere.
For years and years, it's been nothing but.
And it's very impressive
bands.
because you got to. To play some of these songs. You're a Led Zeppelin tribute, or you're an Iron Maiden tribute, or you're a. You got to know what the hell you're doing. Even a Styx or a Foreigner. You got to be damn good at what you do to hit those.
Yeah,
play
they
those
made
songs.
some marks, and it's because of the songwriting that was done. Luckily, we're going to go with lots of our favorites every time we talk, but
well, we got some badass tribute bands in Denver. The Motorhead, Philo Sudbury with the Motorhead tribute band is awesome.
Oh yeah.
We got Dave Stremmel does a Foreigner and a Whitesnake tribute band, those are some tough lyrics to do. And there's a couple others. There's Van Halen. We got a couple of good Van Halen tributes.
Right.
We got
submerging bands.
We got some great
of course,
musicians
our
in
Rush
Denver.
Archives is amazing.
Rush Archives, we saw them a while back. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Make the note of
they
those
even
guys.
have like the same equipment that Rush used on those songs and those tours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They'll literally play the same guitars. And I gave the guy $50 because I'm like, dude, this has to be so expensive to maintain all those guitars just to have them right, just to play the one song, And I was so impressed, and I gave the guy $50. I'm like, here, put that towards strings or something,
Yeah, and they do it
was that
because
good.
they can, and they spread themselves thin because they're in multiple bands. A lot of these guys.
That's true.
The Rush Archives band.
A lot of times they're in an original band.
And Edison Medicine, I think. And,
is that right? Okay.
And the guitarist.
Yeah, that guitar player is bad as a bone.
He does several, like the Boston tribute.
Sure, that makes sense. He's
got the game. It's local people that love music, and they're coming out. That's how we all got. Well, as a musician myself, I like to say that it's enjoyable to emulate. When you got these great musicians, and if you can try to make it sound like that, it's
sometimes
great.
It's just the song is so goddamn cool. You just want to play it. You want it to be heard. You want to hear it. You want to play it. You want to be about it because there's just some of these songs are just so goddamn good.
Yeah, and in some cases, you got to take your own flavor to it, and that's where the whole thing sets it off. If you can set it to a different time or maybe a different progression of some sort. And rearrange the song. There's where you got it.
Well, that's a fine line. That's a good comment. A good point too is that how much do you alter it? How much do you keep true to the original? I like when a musician puts his own little mark on it, but basically keeps it towards the original. In general, that's what I prefer.
Yeah, you always have to do an homage to it.
Yeah, you got to pay tribute to.
It is curious, like when they had what was it? The K-Tel collection.
Yeah, right. High Energy. I still have High Energy and Supersonic. I still have those two.
Dancing to this or that, or disco this or that. Redeveloped, rearranged things. But,
we had Pointer Sisters.
They had a market at a moment, I imagine. But
we had. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Is here we go again. Oh, yeah. Donnie Iris.
Yeah,
Donnie Iris.
Great tune. That's like a one-hit wonder, I believe.
Yeah, seriously. Then we got. What do we got?
I wish they would do that. Who does that?
Good point. No, we're segueing into one-hit wonders though from covers versus originals.
Yeah, I know,
but so I was at Red Rocks one time, and the Pretenders opened up for Neil Young. And at the end, Chrissie Hynde came back on the stage with Neil, and they played All on the Watchtower. And they went into this little jam session, and they kept saying, two riders were approaching. And this purple lights came on, and it was really cool. It was Chrissie Hynde could jam, man. Her chord structures and her playing in the Pretenders is, it serves the song. It's not flashy. It does what the song needs it to do. But when she was out there kind of letting loose, I was impressed. and so it was
Yeah,
really
she
cool.
was like, wasn't she like support and then came on stage with him, or how
Yeah,
did that work?
the Pretenders played a set, and then she came on and played with Neil at the end. I think it was just the only song they played was All on the Watchtower, and then another one I saw was The Dead. The Dead was Warren Haynes on guitar, Jimmy Herring on guitar,
Oh, okay.
and I believe so. Then I think the rest were members of the Dead,
I haven't
and
seen
they
them,
played
so-
All on the
further.
Watchtower, and they took a set break in the middle, and then they came back, and I was about maybe 2/3 up at Red Rocks. So if you're at 2/3 up at Red Rocks, you see over the rocks, you see a great view of the down to Denver. To the let's see, you're looking towards the south and towards the east, and you see there's a couple lakes right there, Bear Creek Lake, and so they had these purple lights again, and you could see the moon reflecting off the lake. And they just went into this jam session on All on the Watchtower. It was about 10 minutes, and it was good.
Yeah, there's always
Warren
a-
Haynes and Jimmy Herring can play some guitar.
That reminds me of the best atmospheric experience at Red Rocks I've ever experienced. It was a Led Zeppelin tribute. I believe it was, who the hell was it? God damn. It's the more common one. It wasn't 10 years after. It's like a local guy's.
Oh, yeah. What about 10 Years Gone?
Or 10 years gone. 10 years gone. Sorry.
That's all right.
But yeah.
No offense to Alvin Lee. We love Alvin Lee.
John Bonham's son did that this week at the Paramount, which I missed. But yeah, anyway, I was sitting there.
Yeah, I
at a
can't
Led
believe we
Zeppelin
missed that.
tribute.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sitting at a
I don't
Led
even
Zeppelin
want to tell
tribute
people we
at
missed
Red
it.
Rocks, and the freaking clouds came in like a fog.
Isn't
like,
that
just
incredible when that
enveloped
happens?
The entire place, dude. And my camera died.
Oh, come on.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is going on. And then fucking I'm like, oh. It was like the closest thing I'd seen to like the videos of Under the Above the Red Sky or something.
Yeah, gotcha.
Which kind of got me hooked on concerts,
Yeah.
like I can't miss things like this. And yeah, I've never
That
been
is
to
one
Red
of the
Rocks
things-
where it's clear at one moment and then
Or you
next
could watch a
minute-
storm brewing and coming in. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, I've been kicked out at ZZ Top where they like, oh, okay, we got to go. It's
You've been kicked
lightning.
out of a lot more than that, Ledbelly.
Well, I mean, no, actually,
Oh,
everybody
shit.
had to leave. So yeah.
Oh,
it's-
gotcha. No, I remember seeing Whitesnake at Red Rocks with Steve Vai on guitar, and it rained so freaking hard. We had these ponchos. It was like a poncho. It was like a bit. We just had them over. We were just getting pelted. And we just sat there for like an hour, just getting completely pelted. Then they let everything dry out for about another hour or two.
Yeah, kept the
and
show
then they
going.
kept
Yeah, I
going.
love it.
And Steve Vai, I never forget, he had this guitar on a trapeze thing.
man.
And they pulled up the guitar, they lowered down the guitar, and it was right
Yeah,
there.
we
It
got
was
a show to
fantastic.
do.
We got some good shows. We seen
was
some good
Fiddlers?
shows, Ledbelly.
What was that?
No, that was Red Rocks.
That was a Red Rocks show where
yeah.
they let it
and
go.
I think that's when they started selling the ponchos. I got rained on at the Rocks after that. that was the show that made them make their own ponchos. But there was one other total tangent, dude. So did you ever see the Yes show at Red Rocks with Trevor Rabin was on guitar? It was that version of Yes, and
I
it was
do
at Red
believe
Rocks.
so, yeah.
I think they only played there once, and there were speakers on top of the t-shirt stands halfway up. Big ass speakers, which I've never seen before or since. And they would only come on certain times.
Yeah, like a quadraphonic.
It was
song
like a
thing
quadraphonic
going.
sound. So in the middle of the song, all of a sudden these speakers would kick in, and I happened to be about the 25th row, halfway basically. And so I was kind of even or a little bit behind. I was in a really good position to hear these speakers. And all of a sudden they kick in, and it's by far the best, most amazing sound I've ever heard at Red Rocks by a million miles. And I'm like, why don't they leave them on the whole damn time? It was so weird. And I've never heard anybody that knows what I'm talking about when I still tell that story. So I was hoping maybe you were there, Ledbelly.
Yeah, I've
I mean, I just
put
was
something
dumbfounded.
back like a click, but yeah, it's like
People don't
I
believe me
don't
when I talk
remember
about it.
hearing it per se. So
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, that's all right. That's a total tangent. So, okay, another cover
it's
versus
the way
original.
to be, though.
What about Van
I've seen
Halen?
it
You
at
really got me.
McNichols where they had the extensive speaker systems.
Oh,
for-
sure. Well, or about Pink Floyd at Mile High Stadium when they had that quadraphonic sound. They had the speakers in the stands. And you hear it one of these days, but bam, 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 and you're looking all around like, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking around like, what the
Yeah,
hell's
that's
going
it.
on here? It was incredible. But okay, Van Halen covered the Kinks. You really got
There
me.
you go. Here we go. Back to
And the Kinks are so raw, dude. There's a raw, great rock and roll band. It's just straight ahead rock and roll band. No fluff, no
but
no
relatively
It's just raw. Is the
not
good word
in
for
the
it.
news at the time.
No, well, yeah, no, they had come and gone.
So
they were
Van
not a
Halen
band
comes
anymore.
out as a new band.
And people thought they wrote the song. I swear.
Right. Yeah, they
And
developed
they
their
do
own
a
version,
fuck of a job on that song.
heavier version of it, and then boom.
I
And
mean,
it's pretty.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic.
It's not too different from the original.
There's a little flashy on guitar, obviously.
And it just has a different timbre to it, really, a different production.
It's which one do you like better?
Well, the Kinks version has got some, merit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Because
it's
of
so
course.
cutting and that tambourine. Oh man, yeah, and it sounds like a bunch of punk kids in the garage. Too.
Yeah,
You really got me now. And excuse me,
Yeah,
and,
the beautiful,
Daily Roth is a little more
example
polished on
there.
it. But I don't know, man. That one's a toss up.
That's pretty much
Both versions
I wish
are so good.
I thought of it myself because I don't understand. Yeah, that's exact example I'm looking for. It's the Van Halen brought that to the next level.
Sure, I bet the Kinks made some money because of Van Halen, because those are the days of
course.
royalties.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Back then, you wrote songs because you could be on the publishing, and boom,
That's true too.
You're getting the
You're getting a penny a page or a play or whatever you're getting.
yeah, exactly what ASCAP or whoever's telling you that you can make on it. But
Then the record company lies about the numbers and underpays you.
yeah,
LOL. So that's a tough one though. Pardon me. So
I'm trying to remember. Yeah,
I don't know. That Kinks version is so raw, but I heard. I don't remember if I heard the Van Halen one before, but if I'd heard the Kinks, I'd only heard it maybe once or twice.
they do.
And
ZZ
so Van
Top.
Halen was like how I really heard that song, Then I went back to hear the Kinks version, really, and that was a toss-up. Usually, like I would say, Jimi Hendrix is all on Watchtower is way better than Bob Dylan's. I mean, he just owned that song. But You Really Got Me, I could go either way on that one. Those are both.
I agree.
Both great
they're
versions.
both very excellent as far as the studio
Rock and
recordings
roll,
go.
man. Van Halen did a great job, though. The Kinks
But as
gotta
a
be
rock
happy.
show kind of thing, Van Halen they had the idea. and
Yeah,
let's
Van
go for
Halen.
it.
Yep. Van Halen, they did it justice, but
And
for sure.
it wasn't a new concept. That's how Zeppelin got their game, and that's how
Yeah,
the
Zeppelin's
Cream
got a lot
their
of covers.
game.
Yeah, absolutely. First song on the first Allman Brothers.
That's how
album
Elvis got his game.
Is
So
a cover. Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Beatles,
no, it
in
was,
fact, did a lot of covers.
Who did Led Zeppelin cover on that first album? It was
Willie
Willie
Dixon.
Dixon? Okay, Willie Dixon. Yeah. But then is there another one too? Is there a T-Bone?
Yeah, Joan Baez's song.
Oh well,
is,
Judas
Babe,
Priest did Diamonds and Rust.
Babe,
Joan
I'm
Baez.
gonna leave you. Is
That's Joan Baez?
Joan
Oh
Baez.
wow, nice one.
Yep.
And Great White used to do a good version.
Which
of that.
I discovered that recording, which has merit itself. It's hard to find that one.
There's what about? Isn't there one more on that album? Is it,
You
how many more times? You shook me.
is,
Yeah, you shook me.
Who is that?
Is it Willie Dixon? Is it or T-Bone? Let's see.
Yeah, let me think. Yeah,
Elmore.
that's pretty much
Elmore
what it
Leonard,
was. Two
T-Bone?
Willie Dixon songs.
I thought it
think.
was Willie Dixon. Yep, Willie Dixon. We're gonna double check that one, but I
There's
think it's
some.
Willie Dixon.
Yeah, they did a lot of different artists that didn't get credited.
Well, that's what they say. That's why they said they never put him on Rolling Stones because
So
they
they
didn't give
got
enough
sued.
credit. But on my album, it says Willie Dixon on the credits.
Well,
Under the
I
song.
shouldn't say a lot, but they did get some litigation along the way.
Yeah,
a
they
few
sure
years
did.
later. So
And even recently with even Stairway to Heaven, semi-recently, but
right,
there was another one.
That's the,
Man, back on Page Plant and Led Zeppelin again. I don't know how we did that. But anyway, tell me
that's all
another one.
that's where it all developed. Is
You're right.
'cause,
But it wasn't a
people like
bad
to hear
thing.
Something
You know?
and redevelop it. So.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad thing. It was what you did.
Spirit.
Spirit?
Yeah,
Spirit
and then,
did what?
the Spirit got.
Randy California
Randy California, yep.
said he wrote the intro to Stairway to Heaven.
Is that right? Because they went on tour. I mean, that was
Right,
the tour.
they
Their
toured
first
with
tour in America
Zeppelin.
was with Spirit. So okay, but there was another band that said they had an actual song. That was like the whole song was like that. But yeah, Spirit, all Spirit, man. Randy California. Well, I'm
Yeah,
trying
it
to
was-
remember their main hit. Their
It's a
big
good
hit they
flame,
had.
but
Got a line on you.
I got a line on you, babe.
Oh, yeah,
I love,
yeah.
Nice one, Dave. That's our producer, Dave. Good one, Dave. I
it's
got
true
a line.
because that's
I
how
got a line on
music
you,
is
babe.
generated. I mean,
That's a great song.
people just don't like to give credit
'Cause I
because they
got a
like to
line
look
on
good. But
Yeah, well, I mean, why wouldn't you know? You give credit, you pay homage, you pay your debt and your everybody's was influenced by somebody.
You want to say, here, listen to what I like. So here's some people that are like the Beastie Boys, and they'll take a sample here and there.
Listen to what got me wanting to play guitar or whatever it is,
And
sure,
make a record with a couple of little loops.
Some of my favorites.
Next thing we know, we got a whole new industry.
I think of a Beastie Boys. There's the first song on our new album. That's Cheap Trick, and then it starts out this bass line. That's from the song "Happy Birthday" by Jimi Hendrix with Curtis Knight on the Flashing album. And I guarantee you, nobody knows that bass line is Jimi Hendrix.
I didn't know the reference, but I recognize it was a loop.
They're 3 seconds into the song, they're already got like several great samples going, and a lot of people I guarantee didn't even know those were samples when they heard that.
Well, yeah, there's a ton of them on that first record.
They
got some litigation over
That's
that,
my
but
favorite
they
one.
set the precedent.
Yeah.
And it started fucking incrementally from there.
It's incredible.
People using other people's music. Now we got AI that's freaking blowing it out.
Using everybody's music.
You can make your song sound like you were in Led Zeppelin's Hell House.
So I was talking about Seeing the Dead cover that song with Warren Haynes. So Warren Haynes, when I write music articles about Warren Haynes, I say, you do not want Warren Haynes to cover one of your songs because he'll do it a little better than you did, and you'll just be sitting there like, God dang, why didn't I do that chord progression at the end? Why didn't I do that little flare at the end? What was I thinking? He outdid the original writer of the song. And I've seen him do it so many times. I've seen him do, I think I've mentioned this before, I've seen him do Wild Horses. I hate the song Wild Horses. I've always hated that song. I'm not a big Stones fan. I hate the song Wild Horses. Warren Haynes played it one night. I had tears streaming down my face. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, reinterpretation. It's done right the next time sometimes.
I've seen him do "Creep" by Radiohead. I've seen him do. I saw him do "No Quarter" by Led Zeppelin. He did a killer version of "No Quarter."
Wow.
I'm not sure if he did it better than Led Zeppelin, but it was incredible. And what else? I've seen him do like 10 songs where I'm like, that was better than the original, and I guarantee that guy's pissed because they're thinking, bands are thinking to themselves, why do you have to do it better than we did?
All right. There's a lot of musicians that will, strive to make it note for note. Typically, that's with the easier music, but
Warren does it with the best of intentions. I mean, everybody knows Warren Haynes. I've met him before and talked to him. He's, he worships the people that he covers. He loves music. He is music incarnate, and he's not trying to one up anybody. He just thinks the music flows through him, and he just does whatever. It's almost like he's not playing it. It's the musical force of nature is coming through, and he's just a tool that that Mother Earth or Mother Nature uses him to channel through. And so sometimes, but Warren, I mean, he gives full credit to everybody. He's the ultimate, pump everybody else up and play along.
Give credit where credit's due because it's not a one-man game. He loves having a team behind him, but
he loves having all the influences he has.
And that's the thing, yeah. It's all about, here we are, we're going to make it sound at least as good as it did the people want to hear.
Yeah.
What they're used to,
let's kick some ass.
What they expect to hear.
Let's play some great music, kick some ass.
So let's make it a little
different.
I'm
telling you, that's one of my policies, one of my postulates is Warren Haynes covers your song, you're going to be upset.
Yeah.
He's going to do it better than you did. It's a phenomenon.
Well, yeah, he's an echelon.
He's that good.
Musicianship.
I mean, he's literally
and taste.
That's right. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Okay, give me another one, Ledbelly. Another cover versus original.
Okay. How about...
We got it. There's so many of them.
Locomotion.
Do the locomotion?
Well, there's
a locomotion.
I have no concept.
Locomotion is the number one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Grand Funk Railroad. I love those guys. They're an American band, by the way. Yeah, that's a great example, Locomotion. But I'm trying to think if I've heard,
Did Motown take it or what happened?
If I've heard it recently enough to know.
Is there a Motown version or what are you referring to? I'm not even...
Yeah, the Locomotion. Do the Locomotion.
Yeah. That must be the
reference.
Yes.
Do the Locomotion. I mean, I'm trying to picture. I haven't heard those songs enough recently.
How about
to chat about it? But
most famous, well, I don't know. I've been wanting to say Disturbed for 10 minutes, but
yeah, Disturbed. Oh man,
they did their
Land
of Confusion.
What the hell?
Little Eva.
Little Eva.
Little Eva wrote
And how's it go?
Oh,
Do the
that's a
locomotion
cover
with me?
song.
Is that what you're talking about?
And then Grand Funk Railroad did it,
Yeah.
and it went to #1
Unbelievable.
after they lost their record contract.
After they lost the record contract. Come
What a
on.
killer.
The drummer sang it.
Okay. I
That's
love
a
Grand
drummer,
Funk Railroad.
Vocalist. Oh.
And Kylie Minogue.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Kylie Minogue. She's
did it
sexy.
Again, to about 20 years later.
She's a sexy one.
30.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a list,
30 years later.
we'd be here all day. We're
Yeah.
just going off the cuff. So
Lil Eva, 1962. Grand Funk Railroad, 1974.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue, 1987.
how about that? Yeah,
They hit
decades
#1
between.
3 times.
Wow.
3 number
That's
one
incredible.
hits
That-
in
what
the
a great one.
60s,
Good one,
70s,
Dave.
and the 90s.
That's amazing. Talk about longevity of a song. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, think about Disturbed. I mean, I just don't get it. You can cover any song ever written. You're Disturbed. You know, Dan Donegan's a badass. He's plays the Schecter guitars and he does studio stuff too. He knows about he's in the mixing and engineering. I don't know if he does it all, but he's big part of it on the Disturbed albums. So he knows a ton about music. And you choose Land of Confusion to cover of all the songs in the
It's
world
a
to
Genesis
cover.
song.
You choose, when Genesis was no good anymore though. That was a commercial terrible
Phil
crap.
Collins.
It was terrible crap, dude. Land of Confusion is not that great of a song. But of all the songs
Or was
you
it-
could
oh, it was
cover,
Peter
dude.
Gabriel.
That's the
I
song
can't
you
remember.
choose. You could choose Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. You could choose Santana. You could choose the Square. I mean, there's a million
yeah,
bands.
it made
Legendary
their records
bands.
sell for
you
some
could
reason.
choose old Motown or old like a classic hit from pop radio, and you choose Land of Confusion.
Yeah.
What? That's terrible. It's a ridiculous choice.
Yeah,
And that's when I go get a beer at
Caught
the
me
stu-
off guard too
Dude.
because I was a fan of the band in a way. I used to mock them, of course, but
Disturbed's a good band. I've seen them live many times. They're very good. But that's when I go get a beer when they play Land of Confusion.
yeah, they were
So-
a little too.
And then Sound of Silence. They did.
Yeah, Song of Silence.
Sound of Silence. Garfunkel. Simon
That is
Garfunkel.
where I get at. That's
Well,
where I think that they actually made a mark.
Well, people love it, but it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, first of all, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's not.
They're a
too
heavy metal
different.
band. Why are they doing Sound of Silence? I don't understand.
Well, it's just because people
And
want to
plus
hear the
it's-
song again. I
It's,
think.
it's a good song, but not for Disturbed. I don't understand that at all. It makes no sense to me. And I don't like it. I don't
Well,
like
it
it
needs
one
a
bit.
little more emotion to it. I
Well,
think.
versus you got Five Finger Death Punch doing Bad Company, dude. They kill that. That's
Yeah.
a great version of Bad Company.
So where's the difference in that?
Because Bad Company's a great song by a great band. Land of Confusion's a crappy song by a crappy band. That's the difference, man.
I think I get it.
That's the flipping difference, dude.
That did always catch me as a paradox. On
I
that,
mean, what the
because
hell are you
why
doing?
are you doing these really sleepy songs?
I mean, Metallica doing Thin Lizzy. Thin Lizzy's a badass band. You cover Whiskey in the Jar by
Oh,
Thin
yeah.
Lizzy. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, beauty.
It's a heavy song and it's a great song and with great guitar players.
Well,
And-
there's a band that made their
Thin Lizzy's
cut their teeth evidently on cover music.
Who's that?
Well, Metallica.
Metallica. Well, yeah, Garage Days Revisited. Now, so let me ask this, Ledbelly. I've got the album that says Garage Days Revisited. Does that mean there's a Garage Days Revisited?
I know. I always thought this.
Because I've never seen the Garage Days Revisited, if there is.
No.
But that's a great topic. That's a great example of what we're talking about.
right. The entire covers and they were
those are
obscure
great.
covers too.
Great. The Budgie. They
Diamond
did
Head.
Bread Fan. They did Budgie Bread Fan. They did Diamond Head. Crash Course in Brain
The
Surgery.
Weight
Is that The Weight?
King Diamond, I think.
Well,
or-
what's Killing Joke? Killing Joke is The Weight.
Yeah.
And I think Crash Course in Brain Surgery. I can't remember which one's which. But then Diamond Head's the other band. You're right.
Yeah.
And it made us go look those bands up, and there were great songs to begin with.
Right. It helped cross promote when we did learn of that.
And
But,
Metallica did them so well. I mean, those are great songs. We love those.
And
Last Caress, Green Hell by Misfits. Glenn
that's the
Danzig,
one, the
yeah, Misfits.
song I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's right. Yeah, which I saw Misfits a couple years ago at Fiddler's.
And they did that, yeah. It
They
was
played
brilliant.
Green Hell. They did. With the original lineup of the Misfits played Fiddler's Green a few years
Yeah,
back.
that was just
That was pretty badass. Even though I'm not
the
a huge
backwards
Misfits
version
fan,
of cover. Because
Yeah.
I only knew the Metallica version, and I got to see the live original.
Well, I want to know how many times that happens where people are like, wait, what are you talking about? Bob Dylan wrote that song? Well, what are you talking about? I don't understand. No, it's not original, buddy. Are you sure? I'm sure. Quite certain. But yeah, that whole album, Garage Days Revisited, is...
Yeah.
And it was $5.98. Remember, it had the price on the cover. $5.98 for that album.
Yeah, the $5.98 EP.
I love that. So yeah, that's. But then again, Five Finger Death Punch, Bad Company, dude. That's a really good song, and they do a really good job of it.
Love that one.
And so, I just don't understand where Disturbed dropped the ball. Sorry guys, but it's not cutting it, guys.
How do you like Tool's version of No Quarter?
I have heard Tool's version of No Quarter. And I don't remember. I don't know. Again, I'm drawing a blank.
It's actually
right
a Red Rocks performance on a really rare
did you play
edition.
It for me? I know it exists. I know.
It's a hard to find record called Salival.
Yes, I have Saliva on tape. It's not when Timothy. I thought Timothy Leary introduced him or something like that. He said Led Zeppelin's a band of the '70s.
He's on one of the records.
And then he says Tool's a band of the '90s or something like that.
Yeah, they use his thing at the beginning of My Third Eye.
Right.
When they came out,
and
Red Rocks.
A lot of people thought that Eulogy's about Timothy Leary, but I'm pretty sure he's about Bill Hicks. I'm not sure though.
They did some covers too on their first EP.
Oh, good point.
Opiate EP was
that's good stuff. Opiate, yeah. I know you well, better than one might think. I know you better than you know yourself. I love that song.
And so did Guns N' Roses.
I know you well, better than anyone.
They were playing cover music, and that's how they got their chops to become, recording band, and then where we know today is the
opening
Enigma.
song. Yes. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that's incredible, dude. The drums on that. Whew.
They used to play Rolling Stones and all kinds of stupid cover songs all the time. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, I never forget. Was with you. We had tickets to Tool at the Colorado, World Arena down in Colorado Springs, and we were kind of on the side, like behind the front of the stage. We had the side view, which turned out to be amazing because we saw Danny Carey's side view.
Front row.
Looked like he was. We were right towards the front. Somehow you came up with those tickets, Ledbelly. Good job, row. Thank you. I think we were a couple back, but it was a great. Turned out it was like, behind the stage. Oh man, it turned out to be awesome because Adam Jones was turning to play guitar, and Justin Chancellor would kind of rear back with his bass, so we could actually have the perfect view. It was amazing. So at the end of the show, they're coming down off the side. The two bands coming off and down these stairs of this made the platform stage, and Danny Carey turns and throws his drumstick in the air, and it was like slow motion, dude. Just woo woo, it's turning and turning in the air, coming right at me, and I reached up and grabbed that sucker right out of the air, and everybody around me, there's like probably 10 people reached their hand up to grab it, and then even when I grabbed it and pulled it down, these people were like behind me, like grabbing it, trying to grab it away from me, and I was just shaking them off like, no way, man, this is my drumstick.
That's how it works, man.
And it was all beat to shit because he just played with it, and it says an eye on it, picture of an eye. And then it says Danny Carey, and then it says one, and it's the word one over the eye, the single eye.
Yeah, that's
pretty badass. It's one of my best rock and roll memorabilia.
Oh yeah, that was a snag.
And the fact that I caught it out of the air.
Right. I'd switch seats with you, and I was
you
happy.
You switched seats with me. I remember that. You switched seats with me, and I should have given it to you, but I just, you got to catch it. I've had times when I've caught guitar picks, and somebody's like, wants a guitar pick. I'm like, but I caught it, dude. You don't want to tell a story about some dude gave you a guitar pick. You got to catch the guitar pick. Yeah. That's the whole point.
I know, I get it.
And that's when and bands, by the way, throw out way too many guitar picks nowadays, dude. It's not that special if everybody gets one. You don't throw out buckets full of guitar picks, Metallica.
Before the show starts,
Metallica, Jesus. And it's like, come on. You throw one or two guitar picks out, then that way it's super special, super coveted.
Well, people like that souvenir.
Okay, maybe more than one or two.
It's a lot better than a $50 souvenir.
Yeah, it's maybe more than one or two, dude. But you don't do buckets full of goddamn guitar picks to a point where you're dropping them and nobody even cares because everybody's got one already.
Right.
Then they're not special. Come on, guys.
Stop polluting the earth.
We know this. What else is some good covers?
I know people have these 10,000 collections for the same tour. They're all different.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. And I think Metallica did that on the recent ones, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they've got these displays. They're pretty cool, actually.
Well, because a lot of
their marketing is off the hook.
Well, yeah, because they personalize them. Like, so if you're in Denver, you get one that has some Denver things about it, or something like that.
Yeah, they got the special posters you can get one each day. And if
Okay.
you put them together, they match up so that it's one poster.
Oh, that was my idea for an app,
And you
dude.
have to be in line at like 4 a.m. to actually get one. I
Wow.
went to that.
So it's so crazy because posters have replaced T-shirts now. Everybody wants the poster from the show, not the T-shirt from the show. And I don't know when that happened, but it's kind of the big thing these days. And then so they're spending tons of time on these posters, and they're just absolutely phenomenal posters.
Nice.
You're looking at them, and it's just beautiful. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, and they're specific for the venue.
Right, and there's a
typically,
limited number of them, I believe.
They
On
have
most
tour
of them.
specific, but a lot of times these bands are coming out with ones that are actually for the venue. Pantera had them.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about, though. If you're gonna, once you're taking a band to a certain place, wouldn't you get as creative as you can with it?
Yep.
And you saw that show at Red Rocks. I saw it. So,
But it's limited merchandise, all that.
that's the shit.
so
it's
it becomes collectible.
collectible and just
People start clamoring and want more.
I like it. I like it. Oh yeah, it's like an old baseball card. It's cool as hell. You get the rookie card, and you get the. I mean, it's just that's badass shit. But yeah, it's a little crazy to me how posters replace the T-shirts because you can't wear a poster around every day, So I'm still a T-shirt guy myself, but there's definitely some cool posters out there.
That's
that was my
something we need to
different.
comment on is how many people are into the T-shirt phenomenon.
Yeah. Leave a comment, please. Let
Are
us
you
know.
into retro T-shirts? Do
Let
you
us
like
know.
the ones that are coming out with the new bands? What do you prefer?
Is it okay for like a youngster to wear a badass shirt that you obviously know they weren't at that concert,
Representing
but
from
that they bought off the
before their
online
time.
instead of like almost
Kinda
90% of my T-shirts I've been to
The
I was
Hendrix
at
shirt I was wearing when I met Dimebag.
Yes. Well, that's different because Hendrix is, that's. I think that's a little different. But if if there's a band touring and the tour's semi-recent, and you're 10 years younger than you could have, couldn't have been there. You had to buy it online or something. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
I don't know.
Fashion.
I guess it's personal choice.
Me, I
But
can't get enough of wearing my old, shirts from back then. So
90% of the ones I wear, I've got a story with that. If anybody asks me about the T-shirt, they're about to hear a good story. This one, I was at the Judas Priest concert where this one was.
yeah, I get more and more
trying to
people
remember
ask
which
me
one.
about them these days.
Oh, I love that shit. It's such a conversation starter. That's the other thing. The T-shirts are a total conversation starter. And you can, if you, when I walk into some place like a place of business, and in my natural course of my day, and I got a Metallica shirt on or a Iron Maiden shirt or something like that, there's invariably a couple people that can come up, oh, dude, Iron Maiden, Total. I mean, it's just, it's cool. It's very cool. And if I see somebody else with common ground, exactly. If I see somebody else with a Dio shirt on or something, I'm like, dude, Ronnie James. And I said, where'd you get that concert shirt? What show did you start? What show did you see? And yeah, I mean, just go right into it. Because, if somebody likes Ronnie James Dio and they have a Dio shirt on, they're approachable. They're good as, they have an opinion about shit. They probably they'd love you when you mention it.
Yeah.
And they're into the music so much, they can't wait to talk about it, So I love that shit. I probably got about 60 shirts that I wear in general. And they're every single one's from the show. And a lot of them are tattered and torn and whiskey stained, and that's the way I like them.
Yeah, they all got a tale to tell.
There's a couple of Allman Brothers one where I specifically washed it so the stain would set in. The whiskey stain would set in because it was a part of that Red Rock show.
Yeah, that's in love, man. I love my shirts. That's for sure. I'm not getting rid of none of them.
No, even if they're, I had an old Iron Maiden shirt. It had the Trooper on the front. It was white, and it was a jersey. It had the Trooper on the front, and it had Purgatory on the back. And my buddy, it was like a medium. I don't even know where I got it. It was a medium from umpteen years ago. And my buddy Ben Jacobs was like, dude, I would emaciate myself. I would go on a hunger strike just to fit into that shirt because that shirt's so goddamn cool.
Yeah, rocking it, man.
It's way too small, but I don't care. I would do anything, whatever I had to do to wear that shirt. That's how cool that shirt is.
Oh, there's a hell of a market for that stuff. I got a bunch I need to sell, but that don't fit.
Well, think about back to the topic at hand. You think about Judas Priest doing Diamonds and Rust, and that was a great one. I mean, Ralph Halford, Rob Halford's his voice. He could do Sinatra. He could do anything he wants with that.
Yeah, that's an amazing example because no one would ever expect that.
No, and what else is true is like Judas Priest fans that are hard rock and heavy metal guys, they totally get into it. When Rob Halford, when bands like that do a good job on an old song like that, you accept, even though it's much mellower than Judas Priest's normal stuff, but. It's
it's a slow.
It totally works.
It's
just
has
it's
a
slow,
lot of dynamic.
Dynamic for sure. A great song. But yeah, it's. I remember I didn't even know it was a Joan Baez song for the first 10 years I was listening to it.
Yeah, right.
And then I started.
Yeah, another case of the songwriter, formula they had back then.
Yeah.
People would try to become famous by using someone else's song. So. That's kind of why we're talking.
It's a good subject, man. It's a good subject.
It's amazing.
By the way, please in the comments tell us your best cover versus original, and which ones, and tell us if you think that is the cover always better. Is the original always going to be better than the cover? Is it whichever one's better thing, or is it just? I mean, some people are such purists or whatever.
Right,
they're like, the original is always going to be better because it's the original.
Complain,
but. I mean, there's certain songs you got to admit. All on the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix owns that song now. That's a Jimi Hendrix song. Right. It was written by Bob Dylan.
That's what we want to hear. Is who?
Yeah,
who
please
did
tell
it
us
better?
in the comments who did it better. That's the question. Who did it better? Good question.
There's a whole lot of them out there. We didn't even.
I was about to say we're not even. We're just gonna have to be part one of cover versus originals. To be part one because there's gonna be about 50 more podcasts about this because it's just it's fantastic. What about live? What about when you saw a band play something live and you hadn't even expected it or anything like that?
That's where I'm coming from.
That's a good one right there.
Because a live band is where I make my gauge the credibility of the band, basically.
Well, that's true. But think about too, like there's bands like Widespread Panic and the Fish, which I mean, I love the Allman Brothers so much, and I like these other bands, but I can't quite put them on the level of the Allman Brothers. They don't quite get my interest.
No doubt.
And partially, at least partially the fans.
Well, they're not songwriters.
It's become too.
They're jam bands.
But the jam bands, they always have several covers, and there's almost like a. I mean, there's even formulas for it and everything when they play 3 nights and stuff like that. You can't talk about Fish? No Fish? There's a No Fish zone?
I'm not.
Dogfish? Okay. No, I like Fish. But I just can't put them on the same. They're incredible. They're incredible, dude. They're phenomenal. I mean, what they do is just outrageous, but they always have different covers. And it's kind of like who can guess the cover the first,
traditional.
When they start playing it.
Kind of a thing for musicians. So.
Last time I saw the Widespread, they did the No Sugar Tonight by the Guess Who, and then the time before that, I think it was a Black Sabbath song, which blew my mind, which made me kind of like that band even more.
I didn't expect that.
And that's like a thing every night. You're like, what are they going to cover tonight?
I get it.
So it's kind of cool. I like that.
Get inspired. Let's play.
I like that, but it's definitely like whoever recognizes it first. Kind of a lot of times they'll be, noodling in from one song to another, kind of segueing in, and so they're playing kind of around the melody. They're playing around the main theme, and so it's like, but they bring it in slowly but surely. So it's whoever can recognize it first. Sometimes, dude, totally.
That's amazing. I mean, that's what musicians do, though. I mean,
it's incredible.
People that are really dedicated to their craft, they'll just play their instrument every waking minute they get a chance. So. Oh
yeah, they said Jimi Hendrix, even when he was cooking breakfast, he'd have his guitar around his neck, give his fried eggs. Like, dude, keep that guitar away from the grease there, Jimmy. Yeah. But he couldn't take it off.
Yeah, a lot of guitarists have that reputation, I think, these days.
I saw Victor Borge. One of the most amazing things I've ever seen was Victor Borge played at the Paramount. And my dad took me, and it was, he's a comedian. But he also used the piano and is woven into his shtick. So he said one day, he's on the piano, he said, one day I was started playing music. He said, all of a sudden, everything I play keeps going into Happy Birthday. So he'd start playing like a Mozart concerto or something, and he'd play it. Then he would slowly integrate the notes of Happy Birthday and transpose it and change it. All of a sudden, he's playing Happy Birthday. You're like, how the fuck did he do that? And they'd do like 5 songs from 5 different genres, and it kept going into Happy Birthday. It was the funniest thing. But when you looked at it, you're like, that is so much freaking talent. Because he would he'd add like one note at a time in, and then change the tempo, all of a sudden, boom,
Connection,
Happy
expression.
Birthday. How the hell did he do that? It was incredible. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Love it.
So, yeah.
Love to associate with those people that can just come up with it.
I mean, he was, that's music incarnate when you've gone to a whole nother level when you can do stuff like that. It's just, wow. But all of a sudden, how did he come up with that too? Even just for his comedy routine. That's brilliant. It's awesome.
Inspiration starts somewhere, so that's...
I bet it happened to him once. He's playing, all of a sudden he's like, wait, that almost sounded like Happy Birthday. Ooh, I got an idea. I love that stuff.
He's a different performer, all right.
The eureka moment, aha. I love that stuff.
They don't make them like they used to, Johnny.
All right, well, we're going to do several more podcasts on covers versus originals. This is just part 1. So please leave us some comments, give us some stuff to work with, and we're going to tell some more stories about concerts we've seen with covers played by great musicians. And so for Ledbelly, and this is Johnny Concert signing off. Please like the channel, please share, repost, do whatever you need to do, and we sure appreciate it.
Appreciate you watching.
Rock on.
Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny.